Like the first 2 years
Yeah.
I was the first 2 years I was stationed at San Fran, I was living on my own, and I was like, man, I can't. Like after the first 2 years, it's like I gotta have roommates. This is like depressing.
Yeah. It's like
I'm like,
start
and then
talking to yourself and shit. It's
I
like,
turned
okay.
21 too, so I went out and like partied because that's all anybody does is drink. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll go party, you know. And then like the thing with San Fran though is like everybody lives like all over the place because of the cost of living. Everybody's trying to find the best
Yeah.
deal, which might be an hour away. So it was like it wasn't like people wanted to hang out every night. It was like they're just getting drunk where they're at, you know, whatever little
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
downtown area. And so I didn't go out too much. And then like I kind of started drinking by myself and I was just like one day I was just like I got to stop doing this. This is depressing,
This is
you
so
know.
much fun. You
Yeah, it's
having fun,
not.
Danny? Yeah, I'm having. It's freaking great over here, Danny. All
Yeah.
right.
I'm over here
Yeah.
watching every Harry Potter movie by myself.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, and then I got roommates and yeah, I they were the ones who were like, "Yeah, dude, if you want to like get out and do something else, you should do it," you know? One of my
Yeah.
roommates, he'd actually already passed the halfway mark and he was like, I want out. Like he wanted out of the military, but he felt like he had invested so much time in it that he might as well just stay until
Yeah.
retirement, you know? So,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
I was at coming up on 6 years, so he's like, if you're gonna get out, you got to get out now, because you know you're gonna
Yeah.
re-enlist for 3 years, and you'll be like, well, I'm almost to the halfway point, might as well stay in. That's what everybody does.
Yeah. 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 How
So,
many years do you got to do until you retire?
20.
Well, oh, that's not
So
bad.
like once you get around 10, you know, it's like might as
Yeah.
well stay
Yeah.
in it for
You
the long
might.
haul.
Yeah. You might. Yeah. Exactly. It'll be worth it
So,
more to you.
but I joined to fly. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fly in
Yeah. Yeah.
helicopters, and I got to do that. But I luckily while I was in, I got to do a lot of search and rescue. There's people that I knew had been in for almost 20 years, never had one search and rescue case. And so
Jesus.
I felt like I was very fortunate. And I was like, you know what? Like, if I want to get out and go to school, like, I got free school now. You know,
Yeah.
I guess I just wasn't like the job satisfaction was kind of like going away. You know, it started to become routine. There was a lot of dumb cases too, where it was like, oh, somebody saw a firework and they thought it was a flare, or somebody had an expired flare and they shot it
Yeah.
off, and somebody thinks they need help. You know, a lot of searching
Yeah.
for something that's not there. So there's a lot of long, boring nights like that too. But the one thing about it was in the Coast Guard, unlike the other branches, in the other branches you're either a fixer or a flyer, like you do one or the other. But in the
Yeah.
Coast
Yeah.
Guard, you do both, and I hated being a mechanic, man. I hated
Yeah.
it. So I just didn't want to. Like my
You want
options
to go
were
fly?
they were either gonna send me to Florida to be I was gonna go to sniper school. That was the last thing I did was I qualified for that. I was gonna go shoot drug runners engines. That's what they do. They disable their engines and then go board them.
Yep.
Um, so the thing with that was if I failed sniper school, I was gonna be a full-time mechanic for 4 years, and I was like,
Yeah. You don't
that's
want
too much
that.
of a gamble because I would
Yeah.
be miserable.
Yeah.
Um, and then the other thing was they had a gig in Jersey where you would deploy over to like DC and do air interdiction for the White House. But I don't know if I wanted to live in Jersey. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
And then
like,
I'd also met reconnected with my girlfriend. So I was like, I think I'm just gonna stay over here. You
yeah,
know,
things happen
just a
for a
lot of things
reason.
going on at once.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
That is nuts.
yeah, it's crazy, man. A lot can change in like 6 months. You know,
Dude, and that like, where do you think you'll be 6 months from now?
no clue, man. I could be working at McDonald's. Who knows?
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like I don't
You could
know.
be working at the homeless Burger King.
Yeah,
You don't
I
know.
would go back to San Fran. Dude,
Like,
that you know,
isn't
it
that crazy to
was
think about that?
what? What were you gonna say?
I said, isn't that crazy to think about like where you're gonna be and like no one you
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, no one knows, but it's like, dude,
no.
like look at how much has changed just from like the coronavirus. Like it's absolutely insane. Like who
Yeah.
knows what's gonna happen like 6 months from now?
How do we know everything's not gonna shut down again?